Everybody, how are you guys doing today? I'm doing okay. It's too early, daylight savings time and whatnot. Today I'm making these oyster ornaments. I made these, maybe 2 years ago. I like to make an ornament every year to give out, and this was mine a couple years back, I don't know when. I saw actually At Home had something similar to this, but theirs look terrible, and mine don't look bad. When it comes to oyster shells, I cannot tell you where to get them because 100% honesty here, I asked my mom if she knew where I could get some oyster shells. She went in her backyard and dug these up out of the ground because I live in New Orleans and they're everywhere. I did soak them in some bleach and everything, but you can get them from seafood places. I mean, down here, they're everywhere. I don't know if landlocked places have oysters as readily as we do. So these have been soaked in some bleach and water just to whiten them up and get everything off of them. And the first thing I'm doing is going over the edges with one of these gilding pens. This was the one from Walmart. I think it's maybe $3. I just wanted to get a little gold on the edge. And now I'm going in with a couple of different nail polishes. I use nail polishes because if you were trying to find like specialty paints that had like a glittery finish or like a pearlized finish, it's hard and it's expensive, and most of these nail polishes I had on hand from when I did nails. And if you don't have a bunch of like glittery or pearlized nail polishes, you can get them for $1 at Dollar Tree. Like, they're not very hard to find. This one's kind of like a shifting pearl green tone. All it really is doing is making the inside of the shell just a little more mother of pearly. You don't need this specific one. You could go in with anything that's just kind of sheer and shiny and a little shimmery. And we're going to follow that up with a couple of glitter topper nail polishes. This one's from Wet n Wild. They don't make this anymore, and that is truly depressing because this is one of the prettiest nail polishes I've ever used for this. I mean, it's so sparkly. It's got so many different glitters in it. It's really nice. This next one is from China Glaze. I do not recommend you go out and buy a $9 bottle of nail polish to do this, but again, I had this on hand. It gives me shimmery, it gives me sparkly, it gives me a little pearly, whatever. So I let that dry. And this is a different one, obviously. But you can see in here how the glitter catches the light, a little bit of shimmery catches the light. And it just gives you that mother of pearl kind of look in the inside. And now I'm going to use Podge Dimensional Magic, which I just shook, but you're not supposed to shake, so don't shake it. It didn't matter in this application, but don't shake it. And I'm just going to smear a little bit on the inside right here so I can get kind of my embeds going. And you can use a lot of stuff for this. I use big glitter. You can use small glitter. I'm using some seed beads. I'm using some regular beads. I'm using rock salt. And I'm all just kind of making a base for the freshwater pearls that'll go in at the end. So that's the big glitter. And now I'm just going to add a little bit more of the Dimensional Magic because I have some big things that I want to stick in there. These are just some glass e-beads. They're called e-beads. They're just a size 6, I think. They're like $1.50 at Walmart for a big thing. Like enough to make 100 ornaments. And this is a bead mix of actual size 11 seed beads. And you can see I went to go dump them out. Nothing really fell out because that Dimensional Magic is thick and it's just holding it in there. Yeah, I just want something that looks kind of bubbly, frothy maybe. And these are just some pieces of rock salt that I'm going to add in there for some more texture. And I'm adding my freshwater pearls now. You don't have to add freshwater pearls. If you're a beader, if you make jewelry and you have them, you can get them. You can get a strand from Hobby Lobby or Michael's or something like that. They're not that expensive. I just have a bunch. And I always like to include one of those little cross pearls. And these are all cultured freshwater pearls, so they're not like real pearls. Well, they are real pearls, but they were not caught in the wild. You know, they're not perfect. You can see how much texture they have. So I like to always make sure that cross is kind of front and center before I go in and fill in with the Dimensional Magic. And I just kind of start from a little high up, not too high up, maybe like a half an inch away from what I'm doing. And I want to make sure that I put some on everything, and I want to make sure I don't really get it on the gold, because for some reason the Mod Podge Dimensional Magic over the gold pen discolors to turn kind of green, which I think you're going to see in the next one, because I'm going to swap this one out because this will take a couple of days to dry. And you can see those green sections where the gold was. I don't mind that. I thought it was kind of cool, but that's where the Dimensional Magic landed on top of the gray paint. And to finish them off, I just put a jump ring on the back with some super glue. So yeah, this is a real quick project and real cheap, depending on if you can get oyster shells out of your backyard. So there's the one that's just nail polished, the one that's filled with Dimensional Magic is going to take a couple days to dry, and then the other two. And this is what they look like when they're done. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you next time. Have a good day. Bye.